Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Scorpio here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. It's time for Tarot-Scopes. We're going to be doing the Tarot-Scope for the sign of Scorpio. That's Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Scorpio Rising. We'll look at the astrology first, and then we'll get into the cards, and then we will do a quick oracle. We'll pull some oracle cards as well. So let's take a look at the astrology of the month. Scorpio, we do have a full moon in Scorpio this month. It is a lunar eclipse. Of course, Scorpio is the sign that the South Node is in right now. So most Scorpios are pretty busy dealing with shadow stuff, whether it's their shadow or other people's shadow. Scorpio is very familiar with the challenges of working with the shadow energies. And so, you can actually be very helpful to people who are not necessarily too into this stuff, but have to deal with it anyway. So this can actually be a very productive time for you, Scorpio, because you've trod the path, and now you get to show people how that you actually can walk that path and come out the other side better and changed and more whole and more in alignment with your own soul. And really, that's what Scorpio is here to show us. And so it is an archetype of extremes. And so we can see right now with the South Node in Scorpio and the North Node in Taurus asking us to, what do we really need in our lives? And showing us what we don't need in our lives. That's Scorpio South Node, and the need to let that go. So busy time for Scorpio. We do have a Mercury Retrograde this month. That starts on the 10th of May. The Mercury is in the sign of Gemini all month. Part of it direct, but most of it retrograde, and all of it with either in some sort of influence of the retrograde, whether it's the pre-shadow or whatever. Communications are a little bit dicey at this time. It is in Gemini, so sometimes what's being said is not really what's happening, right? So this is things, people are going to say things, there's going to be all of this information coming out. Not all of it is viable, and we're all going to have to sort of tease that out, see what's of use, what's of service, what's not. For you, Scorpio, Gemini is in your 8th house. So be extra careful when it comes to signing things, Scorpio, because people may be trying to pull the wool over your eyes in some way. Not that you can really do that with Scorpio anyway, but they'll try. You'll find it out, and you will say, nope, sorry, buddy, not that. Okay, so you can have a little bit of a suspicious mind with Scorpio, and I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing this month for you. I think you can, there might be reasons to be suspicious. People talking out of both sides of their mouth and the like, right? So just be aware of that. Anyway. The full moon in your sign activates your axis of relationship. First house, the moon in the first house, the sun in the 7th house. This can be very emotional. It can be somewhat explosive in its nature because it's like, whoop, it's out there, and it's an eclipse. So things come out and things change very quickly, right? That's the eclipse energy. So just be aware that there can be some quick changes in you, in how you define yourself, and in your relationships. What else do we have? Jupiter moves into Aries. Now, Aries and Scorpio have somewhat of a love-hate relationship with each other. They understand each other very well. They're not always on the same page, nor do they have the same intention. But there is sort of a base understanding of things, right? So with Jupiter moving into Aries for you, Scorpio, it's moving into your house of health. It's also your house of service. So one of the things with Jupiter, Jupiter expands everything, right? And it's going to be in Aries, and Aries is a fire sign. And so there's like a fire in the belly here. Now, if it's in your 6th house, it can be an increase in inflammation. So what you want to do, and this is something that's not just for this month, because Jupiter spends quite a bit of time in Aries. But this is something where you might want to just be really careful about the kind of food that you eat, those foods that create inflammation in your body. This could be a time when you may have some migrainous issues. It's important to see what you're eating. It's important to see the amount of stress that you have, and allowing that creative force to work in a positive way and not against you. Okay, so there's that. We do have a new moon in the sign of Gemini for you, Scorpio. That is, again, your house of shared resources. So, is it? Yes. Yes. So, sorry, in my head. So again, with Mercury retrograde, there is an opportunity to do some sort of legal thing with other people. Just make sure that everything is on the up and up and nobody's trying to pull a fast one on you. So utilize that Scorpio, can I trust this vibe when you make decisions. Doesn't mean that you can't trust them. It just means that you need to make sure that you're listening to that small, still voice within. Okay. Or that loud voice. Or that loud screaming voice within. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot by, what's her name? Cannon. Her last name was Cannon. I can't remember her first name. This is one of my oldest decks, so it's going to look a little shabby. And I like to use this deck for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. And then we're going to look, we're going to pull a soul card. All right. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. What's ahead for Scorpio for the month of May? Scorpio Rising, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon. Have a beautiful day today. My neighbor has people who take care of their lawn, and they're like blowing stupid leaf blowers out there. It's so annoying. What a waste of energy, right? Leaf blowers. All those, what are those single stroke engines? They're so polluted. All right, they're so polluting. I shouldn't be complaining about my neighbors, should I? They seem like they're nice people. I just wish they didn't have leaf blowers over there. Okay, so we come up with the 6 of Wands here. You have a plan. You have a plan, Scorpio. There's the plan right in front of you. Figuring it out. Figuring out the plan. Your victory plan. What challenge is that? The world. The world. This is a manifestation card. So you have a plan, and the challenge is, how do I manifest that plan? How do I manifest that plan? At the bottom, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is in this deck. It's the queens and the kings are generally more. They can indicate people. So this can be somebody who helps you on your path. Somebody who maybe financially supports you or financially helps you. But in this deck, the queens are about the first step in a journey. They're already on the journey. The first step is the commitment has been made. So there's been a commitment, and it's a commitment around resources. Let's see if we can pull another card. Okay. And so when I pull these cards, I usually pull them together. So this is resources on ideas that you've had. So there is backing for your ideas, but those ideas weren't ideas that just came up in your own head. They were ideas that you created with other people, right? So there's this sense of, it's not just you, but it's you in relationship with other people. And, this 3 of Wands is an energy of the birth of light, the birth of an idea, So there's, you're moving forward on that. It's very positive energy on that project. In the past, we have your wishes. You wish this to be so, and as you wish, so you sow, right? In the sky, we have the Two of Wands. This is creating a buzz. This is creating a buzz. This is getting things moving, getting things moving. The energy is moving. There's magic in this. There's also wind. There's wind. So it's the winds of change, the winds of creativity. It's things are moving now. Let's see what's in the immediate future. Wow, the Ten of Cups. This is manifesting your dreams, manifesting your desires. This is all very positive. All very positive. Let's see what else we have here. Hopes and, no, this is how it's seen from the outside. People understand, like they have an idea of your plan, but I don't think they actually see what it is that you're really trying to do here. Actually, things might actually look better than people expect it to look. Like, it's like, oh, this is what it's supposed to look like. But now you're here and now you see it and you're like, oh, it's even better than I thought. These are pretty positive cards. Your domestic situation, we get the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a change in fortune. So if things have been tough for you of late, that's going to change. If things have been really good, this could be a cycle where things change in that way. But understanding the cyclicity of it, that, what's up goes down, what's down goes up. And this is just a part of the circle of life here. And so it's a deep understanding of that we're all in a process of something. We're all in the process of something. So, but it is a Jupiter card, and Jupiter tends to bring in that energy. And of course, Jupiter's moving into Aries. So this could also be a stimulation of your sense of why you came on this planet, to be of service to others, is finally coming around, Hopes and fears. The Ace of Cups, not a fear, a hope for happiness. Let's see the outcome. We have the Eight of Wands here, the Eight of Wands. This is somebody who is using a little bit of magic, using a little bit of smoke and mirrors. This feels to me like a way to prove that you know how to do things, that you are in control of the situation here, and that you actually really do know what you're doing. Let's see if we can pull a major arcana. We have the Strength card. So this is about this. One of the dangers of all these really good cards is that you think that it's because you're wonderful. And you are. That's for true. But it really has to do with an expression of your spirituality, an expression of your spirit. Your ability to step aside your ego and allow spirit to work through you. So spirit is working through you, and spirit is strengthening you. So these cards are all very, very good. Yeah, underneath it all, we have the Four of Pentacles, which is a security card. We do have the Moon, which means emotional ups and downs. But then we have the Four of Cups, which in this deck is about forgiveness and crossing the bridge and offering somebody back into the fold. So you may be offered back into, you might be brought back into the fold, or somebody is coming in to, I feel like there might be a fourth person coming in to the situation that you find yourself in. And you just need to be aware of people's motivations. That fourth person may not be the best thing, or it could be, but you just have to really psych that out and try to come up with people's motivations, which you're pretty good at for the most part, because you observe very, very much what people are doing, because it helps you to feel like you're safe. That's why Scorpios are like that. They don't trust everybody because not everybody's trustworthy, and they know it. They felt it. They felt this sting of betrayal. So you can't trust everybody, but you can trust your own intuition. So utilize that. Okay, let's take a look at the soul cards These are the soul cards too. This is a deck developed by Deborah Chapin. She's an artist. She does the art with her hands and stuff. But I love these cards. They do not have. There is a book, but it doesn't say what the cards mean. This is totally how you interpret the card. So, as I will interpret the card for you, but you look at it and it may not be how you feel the card needs to be interpreted. Again, this is an exercise in trusting your own intuition. So let's make sure you do that. All right, let's go. Let's see what we got here. Whew. We have a lovely day today. I'm so excited. I have some friends coming. They'll be here later today, though. All right. Okay, let's see what card comes up. Okay. Oh, look at that card. Tell me what you see. And I'll tell you what I intuit. This card speaks to me of your connection to the earth and your connection to the heavens. That you can utilize your intuition to bring heaven to earth and earth to heaven. That there is a great creativity, this whirling energy. This is actually an energy that we find in Kether in the Tree of Life. It's called the whirlings. Look at my hair; it's sticking straight up. Oh my God! Well, that's spirit. Whenever it does that, it's usually spirit. Let's see if we can. Let's calm spirit down. Nope. The angels are with us. Okay. I can tell by my hair. You're like, that's just an excuse for having crazy hair. But no, it's true. You can trust your intuition. You are, and your connection to source, your connection to divinity is core to creating what you're creating in the world right now. And it's fabulous. It's not you, and it is you, because you're working with spirit. And when you work with spirit and you step aside and you let the ego go, miracles can happen. And that's what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio is about, letting go of the ego, dying to the soul. But the soul isn't really a death. It's a rebirth. And this is a very powerful time for you guys. So I think it's going to be a really good month for you. That eclipse tells a lot. And of course, you're in one of the signs where the nodes are moving. So you're always going to be of great service to humanity if you happen to have those signs, because those are that's the corridor of evolution. And so you're at the door. You're like the doorman, showing people that it can be done. All right, guys, have yourself a wonderful May. Like, subscribe, check out my Astrology and Kabbalah of May, and check out my Moon Shadows with Ona for the new moon in Taurus. Have yourself a wonderful month. I know you will. Take care. Namaste.